I'm really excited to do, and that is to talk about my top 10 favorite TV show couples, because I love shipping people and couples and romance, and I love it so much, and I am also obsessed with TV shows. And because there is so many amazing couples, I didn't want to make this a top 5 Tuesday because I wanted to talk about more than 5 of them because I just couldn't narrow it down. Number 10 on my list is Caroline and Klaus from the Vampire Diaries, and I have put them so low on this list because they're one of those couples that like, it was like gonna happen and then it never did, which annoyed me. So they were never canon, but they did have moments and they had a really great arc of the relationship being built, because Caroline is such a selfless, happy and fun person, and for Klaus to actually get attached to her and to fall in love with her from just seeing her a couple of times is crazy, because like, as probably a lot of people know, is Klaus was the villain of the show for quite a while, and Caroline really brought out Klaus's humanity and very much made him a better character and a better person, and a lot of Caroline's influence on him changed the way that he was going to do things and the decisions that were made on the show. But I just love the way the romance brewed and developed, and then it just came crashing down. But I was so excited for it, and this is so low on my list because it never became a full-on relationship. Like, they are a couple in my head, and I was so annoyed when the director said, we're never going to do it for you guys, and I'm just like, just give it to me, why do you do this? But I'm still okay, like I can still love for the moments that I was given with Klaus and Caroline, but it still makes me sad. But I think they are a couple that, like, they're opposites, but they've really brought out the best in each other. Number 9 on my list is Clark and Bellamy from the 100, and I love them so much. Like, at the beginning, I never thought it was gonna happen. Like, watching it the first time, I was just kind of like, oh, I don't really like Bellamy, but then as a rewatch, I actually loved him so much. He was one of those characters that really, like, started out in a really bad place. He grew to care about other people and to protect his people and to fight for his life and just to do everything and not just protect Octavia. And I love the way that, like, Clark and Bellamy bounce off each other and they talk and plan and they really just get each other. And this is another couple that is not canon yet, but it has to happen. In the books it happened. So this couple needs to, like, be in that place where I'm excited about everything. But I just think that they are such a great couple, and like, even though they've had other relationships throughout the show, like, none have ever felt as solid as those two for me. So I can't wait and I hope it happens. Number 8 on my list is Jess and Nick from New Girl, and I love them so much because I shipped it from like the first episode, and it took so long. It's one of those relationships that just builds and builds and builds and never happens, and then it builds and then it doesn't happen and then it builds, and I'm just like, me. Like, I know this is a thing that TV shows do where they just have to keep the sexual tension going for so long, but sometimes you just want the couple together. Like, honestly, I would keep watching a show even if a couple got together because I want them together. I don't want all this angst. It like hurts me. But I think that they're a great relationship, and they're really well suited for each other. Like, Jess's craziness is balanced by Nick's whole just not caring about anything and just being all about everything. Like, they balance each other out and bring out the best in each other, and they're just a great team, and I love them so much, even though it breaks my heart that they do have, like, you know, a lot of TV shows do this too, where they get together for a season, then they break up for a while, and eventually they'll probably get back together again, but you just gotta hope for it. But I just think they're great, and the comedy and the banter, just the way that they act with each other is just amazing, and I love it. Number 7 on my list is Magnus and Abbeyleec from Shadowhunters, because I just have to, okay? I loved them in the book. They're an amazing couple, and I also love them in the TV show, and Matthew Daddario and Harry Shum Jr. for bringing them out as characters on real life is so amazing to me because they just do it so well. But the reason I love this relationship is because in the beginning of the series, Abbeyleec hides who he is and doesn't really understand his feelings or he experiences them, and he has all this pressure for being a Shadowhunter and having to find a wife and do everything. But when he meets Magnus, he really starts letting these feelings out, and it's crazy because, like, with Magnus, like, he is a warlock who is 100 years old and he's had like 17,000 partners, but he loves Abbeyleec so much, and I love it too. But I just love the development of Abbeyleec really becoming his own person, and then being able to tell people about his relationship and then not having to hide who he is, because he was so timid with Magnus at the beginning, and then it like developed and developed and became just my beautifulness, and I love them so much. I just love how well they work together, and I just can't wait to see in season 3 what else is going to happen with them, even though they've broken my heart a few times now, but I'm excited. Number 6 on my list is Kurt and Blaine from Glee, because they are the cutest couple ever. Honestly, I love Kurt so much. Kurt is so different from Abbeyleec because he is already out, but gets that harassment, hurt from other people, but he is out and he's proud of who he is. Having him meet Blaine, though, after a lot of circumstances drove him away from school. Even though he was proud of it, he didn't want to get hurt Kurt for the way he is. And a lot of people who were just being really shit with him. But when he met Blaine, I love the friendship that developed between them. Even though Blaine didn't have feelings for Kurt for quite a while, Kurt fell in love with him. And after their relationship finally developed and they started to have a really great bond, and every episode was so amazing for their relationship and the growth of it, and they're just so amazing. And even though they have so many ups and downs throughout the season, because that's what you do if you're going to bring the people together, you might as well keep breaking their hearts, because like, ugh. But I absolutely think they are an amazing couple and are like one of my favorites, and that is why they're on this list. Number 5 on my list is Oliver and Felicity from Arrow, because I love the relationship between them, because it grows so much, and like she loves him from the beginning and then he loves her, and then it takes like 4 seasons for it to happen, and it's just, it's such a will they won't they relationship with these two, because it's like they are perfect for each other and they need to be together. Oliver has so much baggage for being the Arrow and it makes me sad, but I love him so much. Like, it's such a beautiful story though that develops between them, and then they care so deeply and connect so much with each other, and I just love it so much. It's just the best thing in my whole life, and I think they're adorable. Always protecting her, and then she protects him, and he would do anything to save Felicity, and I just love it so much, and I just want them to be happy. That's all I want. All of these couples, I just want them to be happy. Number 4 on my list is Stiles and Lydia from Teen Wolf, because they are just the best. Like, I love the fact that it's unrequited from Stiles for so many seasons. He gets over it eventually to the point where he will date other people, but he loved Lydia for so long, and Lydia was just the popular girl who never would have dared be with someone like Stiles. As the season progressed and they became friends, and then they had different relationships and they grew to care so much about each other, and then it's like, just give it to me. I've been waiting 6 seasons for this couple. Like, this is one of the longest couples I have had to wait to get together in a TV show. Like, it killed me so much. They're just such a great relationship, because it's like they've had so long to grow and to learn about each other and to be friends and to like go through all these really important steps in their relationship. They'll be at such a great, amazing place when they are together, and it's just, I love it so much, and they're great. Number 3 on my list is Sybil and Tom from Downton Abbey, and I love them so much, even though they break my heart with everything, but I love them because it's like the lady of the house falls in love with the chauffeur. Like, what is this? Like, he falls in love with her and he loves her so deeply, and it's like he waited like 4 years for her to be with him, and I just love it so much, and they just were so adorable, and the way the family reacted and everyone reacted, and just how Sybil didn't give no shits. Like, she's like, I love you, marry you, and I just, I can't. Like, watching Downton Abbey the first time, it's just like every time I got a scene with them, I was just like, yep, I am here for it. I don't even care. I need to be here for when my babies are together, because like that's the only reason I'm here for the show. But I love it so much, and they have such a great relationship, and like I just wish they had more screen time, because I feel like they probably only had like 2 hours worth of scenes together throughout the like whole series, and it's just like, if I wanted more, but like for what I had, they have a solid relationship that is the best thing ever. Number 2 on my list is a very recent love. That just proves that this couple is amazing, because I only watched this TV show like in the last couple of weeks, and I love this couple so much, and that is Leslie and Ben from Parks and Recreation. Guys, watch this show, because I for so long never watched it because I didn't really know what it was about. But Amy Poehler is one of those like actors that I never really watched her movies because I didn't really like her, but I was like, I'm gonna give it a try, and now I love her and this show and every character in it, and it's just so great. And even though Andy and April are a great couple, I just felt more strongly with Leslie and Ben because I love Ben. I love him so much, but they have such an amazing relationship, because it's crazy, because like with Leslie, like every relationship she ever had on the show, the people never had her interests, like they never worked in government or cared about the government. And to meet Ben, even though she hated him at the beginning, it was a very good love to hate relationship with them, but she didn't like him and they were fighting, and then they started to really like respect and appreciate each other, and then like for the fact that they worked in the same place and they knew the same things and they had the same interests, and I loved that so much. But they really play off each other quite well, and I was so scared that they were going to have one of those relationships that, you know, like as I was saying before, like the producers do it to make everyone keep watching to wait till they get together, but like I feel like they got together at the time that the characters would have done it. Like these crappy other things happening that would stop the relationship from going on, so that was something that I really appreciated. I love them so much, and the fact that like Ben is the biggest geek ever, and he's a normal person, and he loves Game of Thrones and Star Trek and Star Wars and Harry Potter, and he makes geeky references all the time, and like he's like the way that he just gets so intense about everything. Like you think Leslie is so extra, and then it's like bam, Ben is crazy, and they like like their crazies work off each other so well, but I just can't. I love them so much, and I only have 4 episodes left of like the whole series, and I'm so sad that it's gonna be over. Maybe I'll just watch it all over again, because like this needed to be in my life like 20 years ago. Before I was even born, I needed to be watching this, but I love it so much. Number 1, drum roll. Captain Swan, aka Emma and Captain Hook from Once Upon a Time, because I can't. Captain Swan has been a big part of my life, okay? Because when I first saw season 1 and 2, right, I was totally Team Neil, okay? I was Team Neil. I didn't care about Hook. He was evil. He was the villain. And then it got to season 3, and I started to feel it, okay? I started to feel that it could have been Hook. That whole season was so angsty for me, because Hook loved Emma before Emma did him, or she wasn't ready to let herself love him, so he was always saying like, Emma, come on, I love you, we can do this, we're gonna be fine, and she's like, no, no, and so every episode it was the same thing. The season final, when it finally happened, I just died. And then I had to wait like 6 months for the 4th season, and then I actually got to see the relationship develop, and then each season it's just gotten better and better and better until the conclusion, and I'm just so dear to me, because like for the fact that Emma never lets anyone in, and for Hook to actually keep fighting and keep doing there and being there for her, to support her and be that person, it's just, ugh, I love them so much, and they are like seriously like my ultimate top ship on TV shows. I just can't, like, my love for them is just strong. So that is my list of top 10 favourite TV show couples. I hope you'd enjoy it. I hope you like these couples as well. And I kind of feel like I want to do like a movie version of this, but I've seen so many movies, so that might be difficult. So I don't know. We'll have to see what I decide to do, but I really enjoyed making this list because I get to talk about all the people that I love. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!